When people think about Germany, images of beer, sausages, and highways with no speed limits usually come to mind. But if that's all you associate with this country, then you're missing its true essence. Germany is far more complex, surprising, and nuanced than its cliches suggest. Here, you could face a fine for giving flowers with the wrong meaning, washing your car in front of your house, or even casually referencing a sensitive chapter of its past. And paradoxically, it's precisely these strict and sometimes puzzling rules that make Germany one of the most respected and livable nations on earth. This country stands as both a living archive of European history and a society governed by social norms that are as rigid as they are fascinating. If you believe that living in Germany equals unlimited freedom, it's wise to study the rules before landing. A minor oversight can earn you a stare colder than a January wind in Berlin. Located at the very heart of Europe, Germany acts as a cultural and economic bridge, sharing borders with 9 countries. Despite this strategic position, its total land area, around 360,000 square kilometers, is roughly comparable to the U.S. state of Montana. Germany's landscapes are remarkably diverse. In the south, the Alps rise with snow-covered peaks that seem frozen in time. To the north, the North Sea and Baltic Sea stretch along calm coastlines lined with pale sandy beaches. The temperate climate offers refreshing summers, with daylight lingering until nearly 10 p.m., ideal for outdoor life. Winters, on the other hand, can be harsh, with temperatures dropping below -10 degrees Celsius in daylight, fading as early as 4 p.m., wrapping cities in a quiet, almost melancholic stillness. Yet, if one season truly captivates the soul, it's autumn. Germany transforms into a living canvas, as Bavarian forests and the Black Forest ignite in shades of gold, red, and orange. It's the kind of scenery that forces travelers to stop, even briefly, to absorb what feels like a moving postcard. Home to approximately 84 million people, Germany is the most populous country in the European Union. What's less widely known is that nearly 1/4 of its population is over 65, reflecting a clear demographic aging trend. Despite relatively low birth rates, Germany stands out in Europe for an unusually high number of twin births. Additionally, millions of residents trace their origins to Turkey, Poland, Syria, and many other regions, shaping a multicultural society rich in languages and traditions. German is the official language, famous for its exceptionally long compound words. Each region has its own accent or dialect, yet in major cities, English is widely spoken. Globally, German ranks as the 3rd most studied foreign language, highlighting its cultural and economic influence. Visitors quickly learn that understanding Germany requires more than basic vocabulary. It demands awareness of unwritten social rules. Some may appear unusual, but they carry real weight. One absolute taboo is making light of the Nazi past. This subject is both culturally and legally sensitive. Displaying Nazi symbols, performing the Hitler salute, or wearing Third Reich uniforms is strictly forbidden and punishable under German criminal law. In one documented case, a man received a suspended prison sentence simply for posting a photo of Hitler online. Even video games banned Nazi imagery until recent legal changes. Public intoxication offers no protection. Tourists have been fined thousands of euros for offensive gestures linked to this history. On a completely different note, Germany is home to beaches where wearing clothes is considered inappropriate. These are known as FKK beaches, short for free body culture. Nudity here isn't provocative, it's normal. In fact, entering a public sauna clothed can be seen as rude. This philosophy is embraced by hundreds of thousands of people across more than 300 clubs nationwide. It extends beyond beaches into spas, parks, holiday resorts, and even hiking trails, where encountering new joggers is not uncommon. Far from eccentric, this lifestyle is legally protected and socially respected. Another rule that surprises newcomers: washing your car at home can be illegal. Environmental laws are strict, and many regions prohibit activities that could contaminate groundwater. Even using plain water without proper drainage can result in heavy fines. In Bavaria, penalties for serious violations can exceed 50,000 euros. This explains the widespread use of regulated car washes, many equipped with systems that recycle up to 80% of the water used. There are over 15,000 such facilities across the country, and neighbors are not shy about reporting violations. Even bathroom etiquette follows strict norms. In many German households, men are expected to urinate sitting down, especially in shared spaces. This custom became so serious that it reached court in 2015, when a man was ordered to pay damages for floor damage caused by standing. Signs politely requesting, "Please sit while urinating," are common, reflecting a culture deeply rooted in consideration for others. And if there's one sacred concept in Germany, it's quiet. Sundays, in particular, are reserved for silence. Beyond that, daily quiet hours are enforced from 1 to 3 p.m. and from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. During these periods, noisy activities, from vacuuming to lawn mowing, are forbidden. On Sundays, most shops remain closed, reinforcing the idea that rest and calm are essential to well-being. Gift-giving also requires cultural awareness. Flowers carry precise meanings. Red roses, for example, explicitly signal romantic love. Giving them to a colleague or casual acquaintance may cause discomfort. Surveys show that a majority of German women feel uneasy receiving red roses outside an intimate relationship. Alternatives like tulips, sunflowers, or white roses convey admiration, joy, or sincerity instead. Public transport operates on trust. There are no gates at subway entrances. Passengers are expected to buy tickets voluntarily, though inspectors conduct random checks. Traveling without a valid ticket results in a fine of around 60 euros. This system reinforces personal responsibility and mutual respect. That same respect extends to lost items. If someone finds a glove or scarf, they often hang it on a fence or a tree nearby rather than taking it. In Berlin, so-called lost item trees are common. Most Germans say they will return something they find, an unspoken promise that what's yours remains yours. Germany's bottle deposit system further reflects this mindset. When purchasing drinks, consumers pay a small refundable deposit. Returning empty bottles or cans of machines in supermarkets yields a voucher or cash refund. Thanks to this system, Germany boasts a return rate of about 97%, one of the highest worldwide. Living costs in Germany are often lower than expected. Rent for a one-bedroom apartment in city centers ranges from roughly 760 euros to 1,080 euros, with lower prices in outer districts. Share housing significantly reduces expenses. Utilities, food, transport, and mandatory health insurance bring average monthly living costs to between 920 euros and 1,620 euros, depending on lifestyle. Despite its efficiency, Germany isn't without challenges. Many immigrants report difficulties integrating socially, even after gaining citizenship. Friendships with locals can be slow to form, and asylum seekers often live in temporary accommodations while awaiting decisions. For those who choose to return home, the government offers voluntary return programs that provide financial and logistical assistance. Germans are known for their directness. Politeness here doesn't mean sugarcoating. People say exactly what they think, valuing honesty over comfort. Silence in public isn't awkward. It's respectful. Loud phone calls or disruptive behavior can quickly draw disapproval. Romantic relationships follow similar logic. Dating doesn't automatically imply commitment. There's often a getting to know each other phase that can last months without labels. Equality, independence, and personal space are central values, especially for women. Grand romantic gestures matter less than reliability. Respect and shared responsibility. Discipline and respect for the law form the backbone of German society. Unauthorized work is treated seriously, even for small tasks. The same applies to mandatory broadcasting fees, which fund public media. Ignoring them can result in significant penalties. German pride blends tradition with modernity, and nowhere is this clearer than in its automotive industry. Brands like BMW, Audi, Volkswagen, Porsche, and Mercedes-Benz are everyday sights, not luxury exceptions. Cars here are designed to function flawlessly, not merely to impress. Winter transforms Germany into something magical. Christmas markets light up city squares with centuries-old traditions, mulled wine, gingerbread, and shared warmth. Beer culture thrives year-round, governed by the purity law dating back to 1516. And during Oktoberfest, millions gather to celebrate in what becomes the world's largest beer festival. Even controversial topics like legalized sex work reveal Germany's complexity. Regulated, taxed, yet not without serious ethical concerns. In the end, Germany is a country where rules serve a purpose, where trust replaces barriers, where silence equals respect, where society functions because individuals take responsibility. Germans may appear distant or rigid, but beneath that exterior lies a system built on reliability and mutual confidence. If you made it this far, ask yourself, what surprised you most about Germany the first time you experienced it? Share your thoughts and join us as we continue exploring the hidden layers of this endlessly fascinating country.